I remember just standing there talking, like pretending to talk, and then her just like shoulder bumping me in and me like flying in. I remember like my feet going backwards.
Yeah, I remember that.
The water was like freezing cold.
I know you have a little bit of a history with the Padilla family. You're like, maybe.
Okay, I've been waiting for this question.
So, how did you meet them? Let's just start there. How did that? Yeah.
Oh my goodness, how did I meet them? I remember I would watch them on Growing Up Eileen, and I remember when I was filming like the process of shopping for my quince. It was the day I went in like with my parents and like my grandma. Mm-hmm. I remember seeing them there, like they were already doing like a photo shoot and stuff like that. And we weren't really close. I believe I had met them like maybe a time or two before that.
Okay.
But I remember going up to them and be like, oh my God, like, hi, like, I'm Brianna. Mm-hmm. Like, I've seen your guys' videos and I love you guys.
Yeah.
Like a typical little fangirl going up to them. And then ever since then, like, we got closer in the way that we collaborated with, like, filming and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And then me and Eileen, we would just hang out, like, outside of filming. So that's how we became really close.
Oh, cute. Are you guys still close right now?
Yeah, we'll, like, visit each other here and there. Obviously, like, she has her things going on and I have mine. So it's a little hard because, like, our schedules don't really connect, but
when you can, you do.
Yeah.
Very cool. Lourdes did your hair in an episode, and that video went trending on YouTube, which was crazy. I think that was like not something that was common for like the MDQ world at all.
No, so, like, it was like two different worlds colliding. Yeah. So I think when people saw that, they're just excited to see it.
Well, yeah, because everyone like loved you, so that's so cool. I have to ask, how did the whole Armando thing start?
Okay, so I remember Eileen and Lourdes, they really liked me, and of course, like, you had to get that scene in of like that little how would you put it? Like cute, typical teenage crush stuff.
Yeah, like a romance thing.
Yeah, you know, you always need that little
ump.
Yeah, exactly. So I remember Kevin being like, oh, like, do you mind if we do a couple scenes with you and Armando? Or they'd always ask me like, oh, what do you think of Armando? And like, I never really saw him like that. So I was never like, oh my God, I like him, you know? It was just like casual. Mm-hmm. So I remember talking to them and they're like, okay, well, we'll just film like little things here and there and then we'll see where it goes. Okay. Right? So I was like, okay, I'm okay with that. If they're okay with that, I'm okay with that. Yeah. So it just went from there, and I remember Kevin like doing little scenes here and there, and then it came to like us hanging out and then going on like the double date with like me, Eileen's ex-boyfriend.
His ex.
Yeah, and Armando. It was like the golf one.
Yes, I remember. That wasn't Growing Up Eileen, right?
Yeah, so that one was really fun, but like it never really escalated or got anything more than friends.
Oh, really?
Like yeah.
So it wasn't, I was also very convinced that you guys were like on the brink of dating. Mm-mm. Oh, so it was just for camera?
I would say so. Like, I'm pretty sure like we thought.
He's like
yeah, he's not an ugly guy. No. Like, he's like a good looking guy. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure we thought we were both like good looking in a way. So like it was never, I don't know. It just never got more than that, if that makes sense.
Oh my God. Wait, I'm actually in shock though. That's like a little bit shocking to me. I was fully convinced that you guys were like gonna date any moment. Actually still.
I mean, from what I remember, it was like we kind of both just decided that being friends was.
And did you guys like have that conversation?
Yeah, like I remember it was usually like after filming, like we were always so shy. Like imagine us 14, 15 year olds.
And he's like also like a pretty shy kid.
Yeah. So like we were both shy, so imagine like getting pushed to do something like that. Or like camera. Do you remember the scene where like it was I believe it was Cinema Secrets where Kevin was like, you should give him a kiss on the cheek, or like let me try that red lipstick, remember? Yes. So it was like little stuff like that where we would get like nervous, so we were like, yeah. But yeah.
Okay. So it just ended well. You guys just like kind of stopped talking?
Well, yeah, because even, like, till this day, when I'll, like, hang out with Eileen, I'll see him around, and we'll be like, oh, hey, what's up? And we'll, like,
so
catch
it's, like,
up.
super cool.
Not awkward at all.
Oh,
it's, like,
really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of good. That's cute.
Yeah,
okay.
So it didn't end off really awkward or anything.
So what was, like, the cringiest moment on camera that you, like, can think of with that whole situation?
So I can actually think of that one moment where he came and talked to my dad asking for permission to go on a date. Now that I think about it, like I had completely forgot about it, obviously, because it's been some time. Mm-hmm. So like thinking back at it, like, oh my goodness, like what girl would want like to be asked on a date by their dad at that age? I don't know. It's just awkward. I was shy. Like imagine that you're just sitting there and you're like, yeah, he's asking to take me out on a date.
And your dad, yeah. But all of it was like ultimately fake, though, right?
Yeah. But still, it's
like, no, absolutely, no, absolutely. Even like recently, when guys will still ask my dad. It's like it's a nice.
Which they should.
It's a nice like quality to have, but I mean, being so young, you're just like, oh, come on, just like leave me alone. Like you just want to be left alone, stuff. So you don't appreciate it. But once you get older, you kind of do, 'cause like value you. But anyways, so after MDQ, you did model material. I kind of want to talk about that. I heard that the pool pushing scene was totally fake. How did you get chosen for that? Why was it you? Why did you get pushed? What was that situation like?
Okay, so this is like the ultimate question that everybody asks. Literally, like when girls would come up to me, they'd be like, oh my God, is Sam really mean? Like, did she really push you into the pool? And obviously, like not trying to blow our cover, I'd be like, yeah, like I can't believe she did that. Mean. Like, that's so mean. Yeah. Obviously, I felt so bad because like if you've ever met Sam, she's a sweetheart and honestly the sweetest person you'll ever meet. Like,
oh really?
Not capable of doing anything like that. Like, yeah, she has like a bold like girl boss look. But sweetheart.
Oh really?
Yeah. So that scene, I remember Kevin like coming up to us and discussing it. We needed a little bit more of that little oomph of drama, right? Because it's what captures everybody.
Yes, absolutely.
So I remember him asking me and being like, "Do you want to get pushed in the pool?" I was like, is he joking? Like, is he?
No, actually.
For real? He's like, no, actually, like, who wants to push Brianna into the pool? And I was like, all right, I'll do it. Like, let's do it for the show. And I remember Sam obviously being like, she had to be, that there's always that mean girl.
Yeah.
So Sam signing up to be the mean girl, I remember she was like, okay, I'll do it. So, like, I remember just standing there talking, like, pretending to talk, and then her just, like, shoulder bumping me in and me like flying in. I remember like my feet going backwards. Yeah,
I remember that.
The water was like freezing cold. But yeah, I remember that. And after she came up to me and she's like, I'm so sorry. Like, I didn't mean it.
She's like helping you out of the pool.
Yeah, she literally like, did. I was like, girl. It's fine. Don't worry.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah. And then in model material, you had a little homecoming proposal. Was that real? Was it fake?
It was kind of like it was like not fake.
She's like, but also not real.
Yeah, it was like in between. Okay. It was more for like the show.
Okay. Why? What was the situation? Why was it a little bit fake? You had a boyfriend at the time?
Well, at the time, actually, I was talking to someone. I remember that. So like, I didn't want like to make it this big of a thing. Yeah. But I do remember that. It was honestly a cute proposal. Not gonna lie. Like,
what was it?
It was really cute. It was I was at the football game and I remember they were in the stands and then I was like cheering and they're like, "Hey, Brianna, like, how do you feel?" That's just like a cheer thing that they do. So you'll turn around and then you'll do like your little cheer. Yeah. And I remember turning around and I just see like Hoko and like all of them like.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, like, that's cute.
How
so he came up to me, brought me my flowers. Yeah,
oh my God,
sweet.
That's so sweet. That's really, really cute. So also in model material, Javier kind of had this persona, I feel like, with you and Frida and like a lot of the girls are just kind of being like really tough on you guys, right?
Yeah.
Was that real and like how did that affect you or did it affect you at all?
I wouldn't necessarily say that it was real or fake, but when we did have practices, like without cameras, Javier was very like, he's very picky on how we walked or like how we did certain things. But obviously that's what a model coach does because that's the only way you're going to get better, right? Yeah. So I never took it personally. Like, I'm a very sensitive person. So like when he would like come for my head, I'd be like, oh, like, it's fine. He just wants me to be good, you know? Like, so I wouldn't take it any other way. But when cameras were on, he added a little bit more of that to add, like, the action in there. Yeah. So it was a little more extra when the cameras were there. But honestly, Javier is, like, a really sweet person.
Oh,
like,
really?
He wants the best for us. Yeah, he was really sweet.
Oh, my God. How cute. Okay. So, current day, are you still doing your clothing line?
So...
You're like... No, I'm a nurse now.
Right? No, I left that. No, I'm just kidding. So that was something I started with my mom, like during the pandemic. There wasn't anything to do, and I remember I always wanted to start something of my own. So I was like, we discussed it more and more, and we were like, let's just do it. You know, let's get a little push on that. But looking back, I really do wish that I would have continued it. But then again, I was only like 16, 17 years old. You're so young. And I'm still really young, so like I wish I would have taken it more seriously, but maybe in the future it's something that I could still possibly do. Late. Yeah, it's not like it's completely gone, but
for sure. That's true. What kind of clothes did you guys sell?
It was activewear, so I called it. You know, it's like Be Active. I was like, okay, Bree Active. You know, like that's cute, clever.
That's really cute. Okay. I have talked to a lot of the girls about Model Mansion and like their take on it, and I feel like I've gotten quite a bit of perspectives on like what happened, but I kind of want to get your take because I knew you were like one of the girls that was like kind of in it as well, right?
Yeah. So when we started all that, it was a little bit like after, not like after the pandemic, but once it like settled down a little bit, because we didn't have anything going on as far as filming or like modeling or anything like that, because everything was put on pause. I remember Frida reaching out to us and just being like, hey, like we should start creating content. And obviously like I love the girls, you know, like being around them was my favorite thing ever. So I was like, okay, like I'm down for it, let's do it, right? So we started doing it, and it was going to turn into like a self-production, but we ended up, I believe it was Annika or Frida who knew of these producers in Miami. Okay. So it turned into this whole like planning process of going out there and kind of just getting like the behind the scenes of like what models do. So we created our TikTok page. We did TikTok like, how would you say? Content days. There you go. That's the word. Okay. So we did content days. We would go to the mall. We would go to like little eating like food centers, stuff like that. Just get together and make a whole bunch of TikToks. So when we went out there, it was a blast. I had a blast with the girls, but in the end, it just didn't work out. Just because like about like
logistically.
It just didn't work. Yeah. But yeah, that was pretty much it.
And how's your relationship? Oh, sorry. What?
No, you're fine.
How's your relationship now with the girls?
We don't really talk as much. Right after Miami, we just kind of like slowly distance ourselves, stop doing like hanging out and stuff like that.
There's a little bit of truth behind this. And I feel like all of you guys are beating around the bush. If there was beef, I just want to know. I'm like, I'm going to be here all year and be like, what happened in the mansion? Because I need to know.
I feel like we don't go into detail because we don't want to put anybody on the spot, you know? But when we were in Miami, yeah, definitely, you know, like 7 girls.
I'm just joking. No, I know. I don't want to put you on the spot.
No,
either.
You're not
Pressure.
putting me on the spot, but it's like, you know, 7 girls in the house, there's always going to be a teeny little bit of drama.
Oh, for sure.
And it was just kind of like discussing like where we were all at. Within that filming process. I know that me, Christine, and Sam were like, oh, like, we want to go to school. And Annika and Frida, being, like, the girl bosses that they are, they're like, I want to be, like, social media. This is, like, the career we want to make out of it. So that's kind of, like, where we collided. But it wasn't anything really bad. Like, I believe we're all still on good terms. We'll, like, reach out here and there, check on each other. Okay. Yeah, I love them, like, deep down. Like, we have a whole bunch of history.
Yeah, and all those memories you had growing up. Yeah, people grow apart, for sure. But I'm still trying to figure out what happened in that mansion. If I can contact those producers and being like, can I have the actual footage, please? I know you guys tried, but I think I'm going to try. How was that relationship with, like, Lourdes and Armando? Because I know that she's, like, mama bear and, like, obviously, like, every mother wants, like, the best for their kids. And I feel like she had a hard time adjusting to on-screen relationships that Armando would have. But I feel like for you, it was very different, so...
It was definitely a lot more easier on me knowing that she was comfortable with it and encouraging about it. So it definitely made the situation a lot better. Okay. Like, even if it was real or like, if it wasn't real, like, even for, like, those moments that were, like, I would say it was real, like, I felt a lot more comfortable knowing that she was okay with it and that she wanted me to, like, try to pursue it, you know? Like, what girl wouldn't want the guy's mom to, like...
love them.
Exactly. Absolutely. Like, so her just being encouraging in that way was so much better for me. Like, I was never nervous around her. I felt like I could talk to her about anything, right? It was like, if I'm having problems with this or that, I could just go to her and she'd be like, oh, it's fine. Like, I'll help you out, you know?
Absolutely.
So I definitely I I love that.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, that's good that she wasn't super hard on you and wasn't like super intimidating. Because I feel like with like Anna and like other girls that were on the show like that, she like kind of had like a.
Oh my! Like the way she came up to them, like when she would ask them
Scary.
questions, she was scary. I feel like if she ever did that to me, I'd be like, "All right, I'm going back that way." I'm good. Because she's intimidating.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I can never imagine that.
Yeah, she can be intimidating, but she's the sweetest.
Love her.
Yeah.
Okay, Brianna, thank you so much for coming on. I feel like we had a lot of fun. I'm still trying to figure out this model mansion. I think I'm just gonna start a new series of like what really happened. But other than that, no, thank you so much for coming on. I know. You were very long awaited and very requested. So thank you guys. And if you guys are enjoying it so far, make sure you guys, again, like and subscribe and comment down below what guests you want to see next. Or if you want, never mind, she has a boyfriend. Never mind. Okay, guys, I love you all so much. And I'll see you very soon. Bye.